your friends to the rapid roundup session on marketing management. Marketing management is more than just advertising or selling products, which would be the first thing that comes to our mind when we think about the word marketing. So, marketing management, I want you to understand that it is about understanding customers' behavior, identifying the opportunities presented by the markets that we are operating in, and developing strategies to create value for both our customers and our business alike. This session is designed to be your guide through the exciting and ever evolving realm of marketing strategy, marketing principles, as well as practices. If you are new to this channel, I am Anu, your guide and facilitator for this course. I run a small but growing YouTube channel named Anu's Classroom, which is aimed at helping IGNOU students overcome the limitations of distance learning by providing quality content. My goal is to assist you not only in passing your exams with good grades, but also understand the concepts thoroughly so that you become better managers of tomorrow. Throughout this course, we will explore a wide range of topics which are essential for mastering this marketing management course and also mastering marketing in today's dynamic business environment. Let me give you a glimpse of what lies ahead in this particular video. Our course roadmap is structured into 4 blocks and we have a total of 15 units in this particular course. And each unit builds upon the previous one, enriching our understanding and furnishing us with essential knowledge related to marketing. In the first block, we will be establishing the foundation by delving into the fundamentals of markets and marketing. This is the cornerstone of marketing management. So we will be covering topics like the fundamentals of marketing, analysis of the marketing environment, concepts like market segmentation, targeting, and positioning, and also delve into the crucial aspects of consumer behavior. Transitioning into the second block, our focus will shift towards product and pricing strategies. So here again, we will gain insights into product decisions, branding and packaging strategies, understanding the product life cycle and new product development, and various other facets of pricing strategies. Advancing into the third block, we will explore distribution and promotional strategies. This will include understanding the integrated marketing communications, strategies for advertising and sales promotion, effective personal selling techniques, and managing sales personnel as well as distribution management. In the fourth and final block, we will broaden our horizons to encompass sector specific applications and emerging trends in marketing. So, topics such as the marketing of services, digital marketing, and other emerging issues will be discussed in depth. I am thrilled to embark on this journey of exploration and learning with you, and together I'm sure we will be acquiring invaluable insights into marketing, empowering us to drive success and profitability in our future endeavors. Before we dive into our discussions, I kindly ask you to take a moment to ensure that you have subscribed to Anu's Classroom and enabled notifications. By doing so, you can ensure that you will never miss an update from me, and in this way, you can fully utilize all the resources I provide to support your journey towards earning your postgraduate degree from IGNOU. Feel free to leave your comments, questions, or any suggestions that you might be having below. I'm here to help you out, so don't hesitate to ask anything. But just remember to keep your comments professional, like you would in your future managerial role. So, marketing. Marketing, if I have to say, it is like a recipe for making sure that people will get what they want. Imagine you're throwing a party. Have you thrown any parties? Yes. So imagine you're throwing a party and you want to make sure that everyone has a good time, correct? Whether it is any kind of function or any party that you're throwing, whoever you have invited, whoever comes to that, you want to make sure that they have a good time, right? You don't want anybody to come and go sad. So, how do you do that? You will have to figure out what food and drinks will people like. The people, generally, whoever you're calling, whether they are vegetarians or non vegetarians, maybe your friends like biryani, or maybe it is elderly people, then they might like sadhya or whatever it is, right? So you'll have to figure out, or if it is boys in general, maybe booze, right? So whatever it is, you need to figure out what food or drinks that people will like and how much you're willing to pay, and then you will let them know about the party and where to get all these things also you will find out, right? So that is pretty much what marketing is also all about. So first off, marketing is all about understanding what people need and want. So needs are the basics like food, shelter, right? These are the basic things, the needs. We need them to survive, right? Wants wants are the extras, like I want a fancy car or I want a silk sari. They're not necessary for your survival. If it is clothing you need, but a specific silk sari, that is that is a want. And a demand, Demand comes when people are willing to pay for those ones. Like for example, you really want a Sabyasachi, lehenga or something like that. If it is girls, or if it is boys, then what is it for you guys? What is a luxury brand for boys? I don't know. Sorry. Okay. So I think Sabyasachi also has for boys, right? Or a very very beautiful Manivar lehenga or something like Manivar suit or whatever that is. You want it, or an iPhone. You want it. But if you have the money to buy it, then you will definitely go and buy it. Correct? If you don't have, then it will be remaining as a want. But when you have the money and you go and demand it, then your want becomes a demand because you are willing to pay for those wants. Let's take pizza as an example. Okay? As I said, you need food to survive. But you necessarily don't want pizza to survive. You can also survive on simple dal chawal. Correct? You need food to survive, but you might want pizza because it is your favorite, or maybe because all your friends are saying how good this particular pizza place is. Oh wow, 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 you should try it. Haven't you tried it? Right? So whatever maybe the reason is, if you have the money and you really really want that pizza, then there is a demand for that pizza. If you really really want it and you don't have the money, then the demand doesn't come, right? So once you understand what people want, and you need to figure out how to give it to them, and that is where the marketing mix comes in. So marketing mix is like a toolbox with four tools: product, price, promotion, place. What are the four tools in this toolbox? Product, price, promotion, place. Product is what you are selling. So it's not just the thing itself, but it is also the design of that product, the quality, the brand. Like for example, the same thing might be sold by different people, but you would specifically like a particular thing, right? Like for example, if I'm to say my dad, he particularly likes the design and the aesthetics of Sony. So even now, whenever he goes to buy an electronic item, be it a TV or whatever it is not because Samsung or LG doesn't have that product. He particularly likes Sony. So it is not just the product that they're selling here. It is the design, it is the quality, it is the brand. Similarly, if you take the case of phones, everybody is selling phone, whether it is Samsung or Oppo or Lava or Vivo, whatever it is, or iPhone. You're not just buying a phone if you're buying an iPhone, correct? You're buying the quality, you're buying the design, you're buying the brand. So product, the first toolbox in your toolkit of marketing is that. The second tool we have in the toolkit is price. Price is how much you are asking people to pay for it. So you might offer discounts or you might offer payment plans to make it more attractive. That is why if you want to buy a phone but you currently don't have the money, if an EMI option is there, and on that also nowadays, if it is a no cost EMI plus additional bank discounts on using this or that, we are more than happy to pay for that. Correct? So that is price. Promotion is how you tell people about your product. This can be through ads or sales or even just the word of mouth. And then the fourth toolkit is place. Place is where people can get your product. So it could be in a store, it could be online, or even delivered to their doorstep. So by mixing these four elements just right, depending upon your product, your specific industry, and all those things, only you can know which is the just right mixture or just right recipe ratios of all these four tools. But mixing these four elements, that is product, price, promotion, and place, you can build a strong brand and make people want to buy from you. But there is more to it than just these four P's. These four things, these four tools that I said: product, price, promotion, and place, are called as the four P's of marketing. Please remember. So there is more to marketing than just these four P's. There are also four A's that you have to understand. Four A's. What are they? Acceptability, affordability, accessibility, awareness. So you have to be aware of the four P's and the four A's. Okay, so accessibility means your product has to be good enough for, acceptability, not accessibility. First, let us talk about acceptability. Okay, acceptable. Your product has to be acceptable, meaning your product has to be good enough for people to want it. It has to meet their needs and be something that they actually like. Affordability is all about making sure that our product is priced right, because it has to be within the people's budget so that they can actually buy it. Accessibility is about making your product easy to find and buy. If it is too hard to get, then people might give up and go somewhere else. Awareness is about making sure people know about your product. So you will have to advertise and promote so that people know it exists and why they should care. So, marketing is like throwing a very big party. You have to figure out what people want, make sure your product is good and priced right, and let everyone know about it and make it easy for them to get. And if you do all these things right, then you will have a lot of happy customers and a very successful business, right? So, environmental analysis. What is environmental analysis? We have already discussed in detail about environmental analysis because we already have a full course, business environment, right? So, from there, we know a little bit about environmental analysis already. Now, let us look at it from the marketing perspective. So, environmental analysis is like looking at the world around a business to understand what might affect it. So it is important. Why is it important? Because it helps businesses see what challenges or what opportunities they may face. Like for example, a business might look at how new laws about the environment could change how they could be working. If they make a lot of waste, then they might need to spend more money to follow the rules. But if they are good at being eco-friendly, then they might get rewards that save them money as well. Also, businesses can use environmental analysis to spot new trends in what people like. Let's say a business is selling food. If they see that more people want healthy food, then they might start selling salads to keep up. And that way, they can stand out from other businesses and get more customers. So, environmental analysis helps businesses see what is going on around them. It lets them prepare for problems and take advantage of new opportunities to do better. When businesses do marketing, they also need to think about what's happening around them. So there are big things like how the economy is doing, and smaller things like what other competitors are up to. So the big things are called the macro forces. They will include stuff like the demographics. Demographics means things like how old the people are or how much money they make. So it is important because it will help businesses know who they are selling to. If you're selling to college students and you're pricing it at, let's say, 15K, it's not only the rich kids are going to be able to afford it, right? Similarly, if you're selling to the rich and you price it at 1000K, they're not going to buy it because they feel like it is a cheap, like it's not up to class, right? So you need to know your demographics because only then you will know the kind of people who you will know about the kind of people who you are selling to. Similarly, economy is about how well the country is doing financially. If things are bad, then people might not want to spend a lot of money. Society and culture. This is about what people like and care about. So, if a business knows what's important to the people, then they can make things that people will want to buy. Nature. This is about things like the weather or the natural disasters, and it can affect how businesses make and sell things. Technology is about the new inventions and stuff. Businesses have to keep up with technology so that they don't fall behind. Similarly, politics and law, these are about the rules and laws that businesses have to follow. And if they don't follow them, then they could get into trouble. Then the smaller factors that we said, they are called the micro forces. They are things like competitors. Who are competitors? They are the other businesses which sell similar things as us. Businesses have to keep an eye on them so that they can always stay ahead. Suppliers are people or companies which give businesses the stuff they need to make their products. And if they don't have good suppliers, then they might not be able to make good stuff. Customers are the people who buy stuff from the businesses, so if the business doesn't give them what they want, definitely they'll go somewhere else. Intermediaries are the middlemen who help businesses sell their stuff. So if a business sells clothes, then the store they sell them to will be the intermediary. Like if you are a cloth mill and you're selling it to a wholesaler, then that wholesaler is your intermediary who will then sell to the retailer or the individual customers. To be successful, businesses have to understand all these things and they need to know what is going on in the world and what their customers want. And that is where marketing research comes in. Marketing research is like doing a homework to understand what is going on. So it is all about collecting information to help businesses make better decisions. They might ask people questions, look at sales data, or study what other businesses are doing. By undertaking this marketing research, businesses can see what people like and they don't like, and they can find out what their competitors are doing and how they can do better. So it helps them make smart choices and be more successful. So whether it is looking at the big picture or the small picture, the businesses definitely have to keep an eye on what is happening around them. That is for sure. And that is the importance of environmental analysis as well in marketing also. because in this way we can stay ahead and keep our customers happy. In simple terms, a market, what is a market? It is a group of people who might want to buy something, right? So they will all have similar needs and they will all be ready to spend money on a particular product or service. Market segmentation is when you take this big group of people and split it into smaller groups of people who are alike in some way. This helps businesses because now we can focus on what each group likes and make products which would match. By doing this, we can sell more stuff and make more money. Segmentation is important because it helps businesses understand who their customers are and what they want. For example, if a company knows that some customers like healthy food while others prefer fast food, then they can create different products for each group. And this makes it more likely that more people will buy from them because they are offering exactly what both the groups want. There are benefits to this segmentation. For one, it helps businesses see new opportunities to grow. If they notice that a certain group of people has a need which is not being met, then we can create something to fill that gap. Plus, segmentation helps our businesses to stand out from the competitors because instead of trying to please everyone, now we are focusing on serving specific groups of people really well. However, segmentation is not always easy. It can take a lot of time as well as money to figure out what each group wants and how we can reach them. Plus, there is a risk of missing important groups or not understanding what they need. Some people also worry that focusing too much on making money quickly could hurt the environment or the community in the long run. So, in the world of business that sell to other businesses, that is called business to business, B2B, that segmentation works a bit differently from B2C. B2C is business to customer. When we think about a business, usually we think about B2C, that is business to customer. There is another type of business which is businesses that sell to other businesses. Like, for example, if you say there are companies which make specifically industrial products. So their target customers are not as households. Their target customers are other businesses, like big plant machineries and things like that. Like if you know, Fujitsu is a laptop brand. They have a lot of laptops for us like households, but they usually like their primary focus used to be the industry. Similarly, Dell also has specific products for industries which are also available for, like right now it is retailers, but still there are specific products like that. Those products are targeted for business users. It is B2B. So instead of looking at individual customers, these B2B businesses, they focus on things like where a company is located or what industry it is in. So this helps them tailor their products and services to fit each company's specific situation. Targeting a market means picking which group or groups a business wants to focus on. This is important because it helps us use the time and resources wisely. By aiming marketing efforts at the right people, we are more likely to get their attention and make sales. Targeting also helps businesses stand out from the competition. If we can offer something which meets a specific group's needs better than anybody else, then those customers are more likely to choose from us. Plus, targeting can help businesses find new opportunities to grow. By understanding what different groups want, we can create new products or services to meet those needs. To choose a target market, a business have to first go through a process. What is this process? First, we have to identify which groups of customers are most likely to be interested in what we are offering. Then we will look at a few things like how big each group is, how much they are likely to spend, and how easy they are to reach. And so, based on this information, we pick the group or groups that offer the best chance for success. Once a business has chosen its target market, it has to come up with a plan to reach those target market. This might involve things like advertising or social media or special promotions. So the goal here is to get the attention of the people in the target market and convince them to buy. Overall, targeting a market is an important part of running a successful business. By focusing on the right groups of people, businesses can use their resources more effectively, stand out from the competition, and find new opportunities to grow. Market positioning is all about creating a unique identity for a product or a service in the minds of customers. So it is like giving it a personality, which makes it stand out from everything else that is there in the market. And businesses do this by highlighting the special features or benefits of their product or service and showing how it's different from what their competitors offer. Positioning is important because it helps businesses attract customers and keep them coming back. When people see a product or a service that is being different and better than everything else, then we are more likely to choose that. Plus, positioning helps businesses charge more for their products or services. When people see something as being special or unique, we'll be willing to pay extra for it. That is why iPhones have that much of price. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Mercedes, Audi, we are willing to pay more because we feel that they are special, they are unique. Now, to position a product or a service, then businesses have to think about what makes it different and why people should care about them. They might highlight things like its quality or its price or the way it solves a problem. Then they will use marketing and advertising to get that message out to customers. Repositioning is when a business decides to change how people see a product or service. This might happen if the market changes, if there is a new competition, or if customers' needs and preferences evolve over time. And when this happens, businesses need to find a new way to make their product or service stand out. Consumer behavior is all about why people buy what they buy. Imagine you are at a store and you are picking out your favorite snack. What is it? Is it Lay's? Is it Bingos? Or is it something else? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's keep it engaging. Okay, so you are at your favorite convenience store and you're picking out your favorite snack. So the choices that you will make, like which brand to buy or whether you are going to try something new, all these things are part of your behavior as a consumer, and that is called as consumer behavior. And this is not you must not think of it as just about buying stuff. Okay, it is also about why you buy that thing and how you feel about buying it afterwards. Are you satisfied with your purchase? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel cheated? Right, consumer behavior is about all those things. So businesses for understanding their consumers behavior is super important. Think about it like this: if a company knows what you like and why you like it, definitely they can make better products, right? And better ads that you are more likely to enjoy. So they can also figure out how to keep you coming back for more also, which is also great for their bottom line, correct? So what factors influence your choices when you are shopping? There could be internal factors like your personal preferences. Maybe you don't like salty things. Maybe you like a little chatpata stuff. Or maybe you like salty, you may like sour things, whatever it is. Or you might like the color red, or you might like the velvety feel of the product's packaging, whatever it might be. Or you like the smell of ghee, or you don't like the taste of ghee, whatever it is. Your personal preferences, your attitudes, your beliefs, your values, all these things will influence, correct? So they are the internal factors. Like for example, if you care a lot about environment, if you are a vegan, or say if you are a vegan, or maybe even if you are a vegetarian, whatever it is, you might choose products which are eco-friendly, which are cruelty-free, which are pure, which are vegetarian, which does not have any kind of animal content in it, whatever it is, right? So then that is internal factors. Then there is one more set of factors. It is the external factors, like your friends, your family, your culture. If all your friends are talking about a new gadget, you will also want to do that. If all your friends are talking about a new movie, you will also feel like you want to go and watch the movie, right? So that is the thing. That is the external factors. When it comes to making decisions, there are different levels of thinking also involved. Sometimes you might make a quick decision without thinking too much, like just grabbing a candy bar at the checkout. Other times you might spend a lot of time researching and comparing different options, like when you're buying a new phone or you're buying a flat, right? So, but it is again, it is not just the individuals who are making decisions. Organizations are also making decisions. Organizational buying behavior is when companies make decisions about what products or services they want to buy. Just like people, they also go through a process of recognizing their needs, gathering the information, evaluating options, and making a decision, and then seeking out how all of that worked out for them. And just like the people, organizations are also influenced by a lot of different things. They care about their employees, so they might choose suppliers who treat their workers well. They might also be caring about their reputation, so they might get involved in things like corporate social responsibility to show that they are also good citizens. So in the end, understanding customer behavior or consumer behavior, that is the word, consumer behavior, it is not just about buying stuff, but it is also understanding why we are making the choices that we are making and how those choices shape the world around us. Whether you're a shopper or a business owner, knowing why we buy what we buy can actually help us all make better decisions. Understanding products is again essential for businesses to succeed in sales as well as marketing. So, what exactly is a product? When you think of the word product, what comes into your mind? Phone, speaker, watch, vegetables, rice, food, pizza, products, right? So, mostly the physical things. So, is a product the physical stuff that you buy? Not necessarily. A product can be anything which satisfies our need or want. So it will also include things like services, experiences, information, even ideas. Knowing what a product is helps businesses figure out how to sell those products effectively. Products can be classified in different ways, like whether they are durable or not, whether they are tangible or not, whether they are for consumers or are they for businesses, that is, other industries, whether the consumer products are like what the regular people buy, like ourselves, for ourselves, or for our families, like snacks or clothes, things like that. Whereas industrial products are things that businesses use in making other stuff, like industrial freezer or industrial mixer, things like that. Now, when it comes to selling products, it is important to understand the different levels of a product. Actually, there are 5 levels of a product, starting with the core benefit. Core benefit is the basic need or want that the product fulfills. Like, for example, a phone. Why do you need a phone? Basically, it is to make calls, right? That is the first level. Then there is the basic product, which is the actual thing that you buy. After that, there is the expected product. Expected product is what you expect to get when you buy the product. Like if you're buying a smartphone, you expect certain things out of that smartphone, right? Next is the augmented product, which has the extra stuff like warranties or customer service. And finally, there is the potential product. That is where all the cool stuff the product can do in the future, like after few years, like the next update, if is it going to have a FaceTime, or the next update is it going to have a find my device kind of thing, right? So that is a potential product. Product differentiation is another important concept that we have to know about. Product differentiation is all about making your product to stand out from its competition. And this can be done by making it better in some way, like adding cool features or making it look different. Product line decisions are also very crucial. A product line is a group of related products which a company sells. So companies have to decide which products to include in their product line and how they can make them different from each other. So this will involve things like branding, packaging, and even the features of the product itself. Managing a product mix is also important. A product mix is all the products that a company sells. Companies have to decide which products they have to focus on and how to make them work together to make the most of the money. So overall, understanding products is key to success in sales and marketing. Companies have to know what the products are and how to make them different from their competition and how to manage these products effectively so as to make the most money out of them, most money as is possible. Now, branding and packaging decisions are again critical aspects of marketing products. Let us look at why branding and packaging matter so much that we have an entire unit simply dedicated to it, and what are the factors that are involved in making these decisions. So, branding is like giving a product its own personality. It's what sets one product apart from another. And it is also something which builds trust and loyalty with customers because it is the branding which the customers look at first, right? You think of the word or you hear the word Apple, you hear the word Sony, you hear the word Louis Vuitton, you hear the word Mercedes. What comes to your mind? That is brand. So a strong brand, a strong brand name can keep customers coming back for more. But making branding decisions is not always easy. And there are certain things that we have to think about. Like, should our brand, uh, should, should we brand all our products? Or should we brand our products at all? This question of whether we have to brand our products or not depends on what actually we are selling where we are selling it also. Sometimes it is always worth it to create a brand so that you can stand out in the market, but other times maybe it is not as important. The second question that we have to think about is who should be the face of our brand? That is, we have to think about who should be associated with our product. It could be a well known celebrity or a well known company, or it could even be just your own company name. Like if it is Boost, you want sports people to be associated with it, with the brand. That too, the top sports people. Like, for example, Boost. You have Dhoni, you have Sachin, earlier we had Sachin, now you have Dhoni, Virat Kohli associating with the brand, right? Or do we see any mistake like Sadhguru associating with Boost? No, not even thinkable, right? There is a reason why certain people are selected. L'Oreal, you see Aishwarya, you see Sonam, right? So these beautiful women are associated with that brand. So, like that. Who should be the face of our brand? What quality is your brand going to represent? Because you want your brand to stand for certain things. Maybe it is luxury, like Louis Vuitton. Maybe it is affordability, like Biba. Can I say Biba? Affordability, girls. Anybody listening to the video right now? Anyway, so, or if it maybe it is something else. So our brand should reflect that. Similarly, a very important question that, again, another question that comes in our mind when we think about branding is whether we have to use the same brand for all our products. Like sometimes it makes sense to use the same brand for everything that we sell, but other times maybe it is better to give each product its own identity. Like, for example, have you seen the behind of Ujala? Have you seen the behind of Dove and all those things? There are a lot of products like that. It's all under Unilever, but each is its own brand, right? So certain products are kept like that, for like you give every each product its own identity, whereas certain products you have the same identity. So again, should you create multiple brands in the same category? That is also a question. Like having more than one brand in the same category sometimes can help you reach different types of customers. Some people, so again, Unilever, if you take their cleaning items, there are certain products which are really high end, which are costly. Some are catering to the middle class, and some which are very cheap as well. So they are having more than one brand in the same category, and therefore they can reach multiple types of customers: the ultra rich, the middle class, and the lower income people as well. The other type, another important question that you have to ask when you're taking branding decisions is, should you change the meaning of your brand? That is, if your brand is not resonating with the customers, then maybe we will have to change its meaning to appeal to a different audience. So those were a few of the branding related decisions that we might have to make. Now let us move on to packaging. That is the second part of this unit. So packaging. When you think about packaging, what comes into your mind? The packets in which you are getting, right? When you order stuff from online, the way the packaging arrives, like for example, Myntra comes in a paper bag, right? A very beautiful paper bag. That too. There are certain brands which give you eco-friendly products. There are certain companies wherein the package itself is eco-friendly. Similarly, maybe there is a seed in it so you can plant, right? A lot of different types of packaging. Some are plain plastic packaging, a lot of things. So packaging, why is there such a variety of packaging? First case, why can't they just slap these things in a plastic cover and give it to us, right? Ever thought about that? Why companies, especially the ones that are hoping to stand out to their customers, why do they invest so much in these very thought out way of packaging? The reason is, though we say that we should not be judging a book by its cover, we all judge books by their covers, correct? And what is the cover? It is nothing but the package. So packaging is more than just a way to protect a product, but it is also serves as a way to catch people's eyes and communicate important information to them as well. So there are certain things that we have to consider when we are making packaging decisions. Like the package, first and foremost, its primary responsibility is to protect the product. Whatever you are doing, if you don't package it properly in such a way that your product is not safe and secure over there, and that because of your poor packaging, no matter how fancy it is, when the product reaches the customer, when they open it, they see that the whole thing is destroyed. Definitely your packaging is not what it has to be, right? So the primary responsibility for a packaging is protecting the product. So packaging definitely have to keep the product safe during shipping and also on the shelves. So second responsibility or the second duty of packaging is attracting customers, because a well designed package can draw people in and make them want to buy our product. The packaging should also provide important information about our product. The packaging should tell customers what they need to know about the product, like its expiry date, or what are the ingredients in it, or what is the calorie count, or whatever, or what is it made out of, things like that. So whatever it is, whether it is cruelty free or whether it is vegan, you can think. So, and also how to use this product and what are all in it. It should be convenient. The packaging should be easy to use for both the customers as well as retailers. At the same time, it should be cost effective while still meeting all the other requirements. There are certain legal requirements also at play, especially in the packaging decisions. Like, for example, manufacturers have to provide accurate information about their products on the packaging. And also, there are regulations around things like labeling and using certain packaging materials for certain products. So, it is important to stay on top of all these requirements to avoid any kind of legal issues. So, in summary, we can say that branding and packaging decisions are crucial in the marketing of products, and that they help products stand out in the market, build trust with customers, and also communicate important information. But making these decisions are definitely not easy. We have to consider things like the branding strategy, the packaging design, the legal requirements, all those things to make sure that our products are successful. Now, the product life cycle. This is like the journey of a product from its birth till it's retired. Retired as in gone for good. So, you can think of it as a story with four main chapters, just like us. Introduction, that is birth. Growth, that is childhood. Maturity, that is youth and the middle ages. Decline, retirement, and finally death, that is decline. So, just like a human being or just like any other thing on this planet, products also have four main chapters: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So, in the introduction stage, it is like the product is stepping on to the stage for the first time. It is just being birthed, and it has come into effect. So, definitely sales are low because not many people know about it, and so the company has to put a lot of effort into telling everyone how amazing the product is through advertising, through promotions, through all those kind of stuff. Then comes the growth stage. This is where things start picking up speed. People are starting to now notice our product, sales are going up, so the company might even add new features to keep the momentum going. But definitely, nothing lasts forever, and that is true for products also. In the maturity stage, sales could slow down because most people who want the product might already be having it, and the company still wants to keep their spot in the market, so they will focus on keeping their customers happy and even maybe tweaking things a bit. And finally, there is the decline stage. So, this is where newer, shinier products will start stealing the spotlight, and our sales will begin to drop. Now, the company will have to decide whether it has to say goodbye to the product, or maybe give it a little bit of a makeover to try and breathe some more years of life into it. But ultimately, every product will have to be said goodbye to. Now, why is there all this fuss about modifying products or coming up with new ones? Well, it's simply a matter of keeping up with the times. Like, if you think about it, the earlier phones, now they are gone. Now we have mobile phones. After a few more years, they will be gone too, and we'll have something much better replacing them, right? And so that is it. People's tastes change, and so does the technology. Plus, there is always competition that is trying to steal the show. So, companies have to stay on their toes by updating their products and creating ones that will stay in the game. And that is where the new product development process comes in. So, it is like a recipe for cooking up something fresh and exciting. First, you will gather ideas from all over the place. Then, you will pick the best ones and see if people like them. After that, it is all about designing, testing, and finally launching the new product into the world. But it is not as easy as it sounds. The whole process of launching this product takes, and this whole product life cycle, this takes time and also careful planning. Each step has to be done just right to make sure that this new product is a hit with our customers. So, whether it is giving an old product a makeover or creating something brand new, Companies have to understand about this product life cycle and the new product development process to keep their customers happy and their business thriving. Now, setting the right price for a product is kind of like finding the perfect balance between what it costs to make that product and what customers are willing to pay. But it is not just about crunching the numbers, there is a lot more to it. Like, first off, you have got your basic factors like the cost, the demand, the competition. You will have to know about how much it will cost to make your product, how much people want it, and what other similar products are out there. Then there are some other things to think about, like where your product is in its life cycle, what it's like, and how intense the competition is. Now let us talk about some pricing methods. So there is the full cost pricing. Here you will add up all the costs of making your product and then you will tack on a little extra for profit. Then there is pricing for a rate of return. So here you will set the price to make sure you are making enough profit based on how much you have invested. After that, you have got the going rate pricing. That is where you look at your competitors and you will see how they are charging, and you will also kind of go with the flow. Lastly, there is customary pricing. This is where you set the price based on what customers are used to pay. But here is the thing, whatever method you are going to choose, the price has got to make sense. It needs to cover your cost and leave enough left over to make some money out of it. But at the same time, it should not scare your customers away. Now, let us talk about how pricing can change as a product goes through its life cycle. We learned about product life cycle, right? The four stages: introduction, growth, maturity, decline. So now let us talk about how pricing is going to change throughout all these four stages. In the beginning, in the introductory stage, when your product is just hitting the market, you might want to set a high price for it. That is depending on your product, okay, to make up for all the money that you spent in getting it ready. That is why newer iPhones come in a bit pricey. But as the time goes on and more competitors show up, now what? Samsung has caught up with your new iPhone. Now what? Now you might need to lower the price. Some offers, maybe. Okay, maybe Black Friday sale or whatever it is. You might now have to lower the price so that you are staying in the game. And in this growth stage, you are trying to keep up with the demand and maybe even grab a bigger slice of the market. So you might lower your prices a little to attract more customers. So lowering the price would mean also, so giving promotions or coupons or discounts, all these things are lowering prices, okay. Then when lot of other people have caught up, now what? Things are starting to level off. That is the maturity stage. Now you might just adjust the prices to keep your loyal customers happy and fend off the competition. And finally, in the decline stage, you might drop your prices to clear out any leftover inventory that you may have and make the last few sales. So it is also worth mentioning that pricing can be different for consumers and industrial products. Consumers are usually more aware of the prices for the things they buy all the time, like groceries, whereas industrial buyers are more focused on getting the most bang for their buck, like how much I can get for the every single penny I spent. So branding and fancy packaging might be a big deal for these consumer goods, for the goods that we buy as generally for our personal needs. But industrial goods are more about reliability and quality. There is one more thing about pricing, that is, pricing is not just about making money. It is also a way to send a message to customers. Like a high price might say luxury, whereas a low price might say value. And if you want to stand out from your competition, then you will have to price your product either higher or lower than theirs. If it is a luxury brand, then you might have to price it higher. If it is a value added brand, then maybe it has to be priced lower. So when it comes to pricing, definitely there is a lot to think about. I hope you got at least a generic idea of what are the things that you have to think about. But in general, we can safely say that if we understand our cost, our customers, and where our product is in its life cycle, we will be well on our way to finding the right price. Now, marketing communication. Marketing communication is like talking to your friends about something that you really, really like. It is all about telling people about a product or a service in a way that makes them want it. Like imagine you've got this cool new gadget that you think everyone should know about. So what you'll do? You'll probably start by telling your friends what it does and why it is so awesome. So that is what marketing communication is like, similar to that only. But here, instead of just talking to a few friends, companies will use different ways to tell a lot of people about their products. So they might use things like TV ads or newspaper ads, social media posts, or even billboards on the other side of the road, maybe even sponsor certain things for IPL or in movies. Many ways to go about it. So the goal here is to get the word out and make people interested in buying the product. So the messages have to be very clear, it has to be very convincing. You want people to understand why they need the product and why they have to choose yours over anybody else's. So that is very important. Otherwise, they'll get to know that the product is important and they'll end up choosing your competitors. Then what is the good? You have given them free sales, free car sales. We don't need that, right? So integrated marketing communication, or IMC, is a fancy term that is for making sure that all these messages actually work together. So it is like having a plan to make sure everything you say about your product matches up. What you say in your TV ad should be what you say also in the newspaper ad, and should also be what you say in your social media posts, like that. So everything that you're saying about your product, it has to match up. Everywhere you're saying it, it has to match up. Whether you're posting it on social media or you're putting it up on a billboard or you're whatever it is. Okay. So social media, when it requires certain attention, especially when it comes to marketing, because social media has made marketing communication even more exciting than it was before. Because now companies can use platforms like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Twitter is before, now it is X, right? So platforms like companies are using such platforms to reach people all over the world, and they can share pictures, they can share videos and stories to show off their products and connect with customers. So the aim of all this talking and sharing is basically to create a demand for our products. So it is like making people really want it and feel like they can't live without it. Oh my god, everybody is doing reels with this particular song. Everybody's, or most of the Instagrammers are having this particular kurta. I also have to get it. I also want to make a reel with this particular song. See how it is working. I also want to be in the trend. See, it is it is making that demand. It is crafting that demand unknowingly. We are all falling prey to it, right? So that is why marketing communication, it is super important, because it helps companies sell our stuff and grow our business. But again, it is not just about talking, but also about listening, because companies need to pay attention to what people are saying about their products and how they are reacting to those messages. And in that way, we can tweak their communication to make it even better. So the next time you see an ad or you see a post about a product, even in between Anu's classroom, these videos also you're seeing ads, right? It doesn't matter whether I turn off monetization or not. YouTube is still going to give you ads until you pick a premium plan. Okay, so there is no point. I can't help it. So the next time you see an ad or you see a post about a particular product, you think about all the work that went into getting that message to you, because you are going to be managers tomorrow. You are going to be in that, in that door where they make such decisions. Okay. So marketing communication, it is like having a conversation with the world, and it's always changing, it is always evolving to keep up with what the people want and what the people need. Now, advertising. Advertising is a big deal in marketing. Why? Because it is basically, advertising is basically any paid way of showing off ideas or stuff or services by a known sponsor. There are different types of ads, like ones for businesses and ones for regular folks. And they can focus on products or the company itself as well. Some ads are all about creating a demand for a whole type of thing, while others are more about getting people to buy a specific brand. Now, what is the point of all this advertising, right? Well, it's not just about selling stuff, but ads also inform, they entertain us, they persuade us, they influence us, they remind, they reassure, and they even add value to the things that they are selling. They can change how much of a product people buy. They can boost sales and profits, and they can even shake up the whole market. Now, to do advertising right, we definitely need a solid plan. And that means figuring out what we want our ads to achieve, who we are trying to reach with the ads, and how we are going to make it all happen. You also need to think about things like the message that you want to send out, where you're going to put your ads, and how you're going to know if they are working. So once you've got all that sorted out, it's time that you create your ads, which means we have to come up with catchy headlines, eye-catching images, and messages that will make people want to buy our stuff. And don't forget to use language and visuals that our target audience will understand and also relate to. So does it end here, advertisements? No, it doesn't stop here as well. You also have to decide where and when to put your ads so that they will reach the right people at the right time. This is called media planning, and it is all about making sure that our ads get seen by the folks who are most likely to buy your stuff. Like, for example, if I'm putting out an ad on Anu's Classroom, okay, and if I put it out to somebody who is preparing for their NEET, is it going to get anything for me? No, obviously not. I have to make sure that the ads reach people like you who are doing IGNO's MBA. Only then it's going to work. Correct? So that is the thing. Now, how do you know if this advertising is actually working? Now, that is the $1,000,000 question. Correct? Now, definitely, if you want to know if our advertisement is working, we have to measure it. No big deal. So, how do we measure it? By measuring the effectiveness of our advertising, we mean that we have to keep an eye on things like how many people are seeing our ad and how they feel about these ads and whether they actually go out and buy our stuff after seeing this ad. So if things are not going as planned, then definitely we'll have to tweak our ads or try something different. But here is the thing, advertising is just one piece of the puzzle. Now, to really make an impact, we have to think about how it will fit in with everything else that we are doing to promote our business. That means we have to integrate it with things like sales promotion, personal selling, and public relations to create a cohesive marketing strategy. So, yeah, advertising is a very big deal. And to make it work, we have to have a solid plan, create ads which would grab attention, and put them where they'll be seen. If you have a very eye catching ad and you do not put them up, nobody will see it. It's not going to work out. It's simply saying, like, I have a treadmill at home, but I'm not using it and my weight is not reducing. It's not going to work. It doesn't work that way, correct? So, we have to put our ads up where they will be seen. And we also have to measure their effectiveness and make sure that they are working together with all our other promotional efforts. Now let us dive a little bit deeper into personal selling and sales management in simpler terms, as simple as I can make it. So imagine you are trying to sell something to someone. Have you got any personal sellers coming to your doorsteps? In Kerala, it is quite often, especially like I live in a village area, and at least twice in a week, somebody will come knocking. Chechi, do you want this? Chechi, we have a new dosha pan. We have what they say is, you just listen to us. Don't buy anything. You listen to us. That is how they start. Okay, ഇതൊന്ന് നോക്കി നോക്കോ ഇതുണ്ടോ അതുണ്ടോ like do you have this, do you have that, this is a very good good dabba. So the usual products that usually the products that they have are dosa pans or kadais, then the containers, then they'll have some cleaning items. Those are the general things. Okay, everybody comes with the same thing. Maybe once or twice we can buy, but every week two people we can't buy. So that is personal selling. So imagine you're selling, you are trying to sell something to someone, like it's a new phone or some fancy gadgets. Let's take that. So personal selling is when you talk directly to that person and convince them to buy what you are offering. An LIC agent is a personal seller. So it is like having a chat with a friend, but instead of just talking about anything, you are trying to persuade them to make a purchase. Now, personal selling has been around for a long time because it works really well. It's a given. It works really well. It is like having a real conversation, and that can make a big difference in convincing someone to buy some things. But it is not just about chatting. It is a very serious business strategy, so it has to be taken seriously as well. It involves understanding what the customer needs and showing them how our product can help them. So in personal selling, the role of the salesperson can vary depending upon what they are trying to sell and to whom they are selling to. Like, for example, if they are selling something technical like computer software, then definitely they might need to explain how it works in detail. But if they are selling something simpler like maybe clothes or makeup, then they can just focus more on helping the customer choose the right style or the right color. So no matter what we are selling, salespeople have a few key jobs to do. That is, they have to find potential customers, they have to show them why they should buy this product, and handle any kind of concerns or questions that they might have, and finally convince them to make a purchase. That is why salespeople get more paid. Did you know salespeople get more pays, they get more perks and things like that? It's because of this key role that they have to do. And because it is a two-way conversation, salespeople can get immediate feedback also on how well they are doing. Now let us talk about sales management. So sales management is when someone is in charge of a team of salespeople and they are helping them to do their jobs better. So it is like being a coach of a sports team. You are there to guide and you are there to support your salespeople who are nothing but the players so that they can win this game. Sales managers have a lot on their plate. They have to recruit the right people for their train. They have to train them to be great at their jobs, and they also have to keep them motivated to sell. They also need to make sure that everyone is following the rules and policies of the company. So, in simple terms, personal selling is like having a friendly chat to convince someone to buy something. And sales management is all about helping a team of salespeople do their best work. So, both are super important for making sure that a business is actually successful. Distribution management is all about making sure that our products get from where they are made to where they are needed to be sold. It is like organizing a very big delivery system to get things to customers. Think about when you order something online. Distribution management is what makes sure that your package arrives at your doorstep on time. So it will involve planning how products will be transported, how they will be stored, and how they are going to be handled along this whole way. This is very important in the marketing world because if products are not available when and where customers want them, they might go somewhere else to buy them. Like, for example, even today, I was out there shopping for a few furniture, like small things, table, stool, etc. We saw a place, it was near our house only. We went there, we asked the price and everything, and we checked if they can do a delivery. And they are not willing to do so, saying that it was a very small order. So naturally, we went to another shop where they said that yes, they'll be willing to do the delivery, and we got it from them, right? So it's a last sale for them. We got the things as well. So good distribution management can help a company sell more, spend less, at the same time keep their customers happy. There are different ways companies can distribute their products. One way is through direct channels, where they sell straight to the customers without any kind of middleman. That is the company outlets, factory outlets. So this could be through online sales or even selling door to door or through these company outlets as well. Another way is through indirect channels, where they use middlemen like wholesalers or retailers to get their products to customers. So this can help companies reach more customers in different places. The choice of a distribution channel will depend on things like what kind of a product we are trying to sell, who the target customers are, and how much money our company has to spend on this distribution. Companies want to make sure that we are reaching as many customers as possible while we keep our costs down. Now, let us talk about the intermediaries. These are the middlemen who will help move our products along this distribution chain. There are two main types of intermediaries. We have agent middlemen and merchant middlemen. Agent middlemen, like real estate agents or brokers, they help connect buyers and sellers without actually owning the products themselves. They will earn money by charging a fee for their services, usually to both the buyers as well as the sellers. Merchant middlemen, like wholesalers and retailers, they actually buy products from manufacturers and they will sell them to the customers. So they take on the risk of owning the products and making a profit by or makes a profit by selling them for more than what they paid. Intermediaries are super important for us because they help the products get to where they have to go. They will handle things like the transportation, the storage, and order processing, making sure everything runs smoothly. But sometimes there can be conflicts between these different levels or different or the various members of these distribution chains, and this can happen when different players have different goals or various interests, and managing these conflicts is important to keep things running smoothly and to make sure that everyone gets what they need. So, overall, distribution management is all about making sure that the products get to the customers in the most efficient and cost effective way possible. By understanding how distribution works and different strategies that are involved in it, companies can sell more, at the same time, spend less, and keep the customers happy. The golden triangle of business. So, now I want to you to imagine that you are in a store, any one store which maybe Vijay Sales. You guys know Vijay Sales? Very, I think it's a very famous company. I mean, outlet for electronics in Mumbai area, Maharashtra area. I don't know about the other states, but yeah, Vijay Sales is the go-to. And if you are in Kerala, definitely you think My G or Oxygen. Okay. So you are in the store, you are looking for a new smartphone. That is a product, right? Smartphone, that is a tangible product. You can see it, you can hold it, you can also check out its features before you are deciding to buy it. Correct? Yes. But now you think about booking a spa treatment or hiring a consultant for tax advice. Vanda, you just think you're going to the salon to get a haircut. Everybody does that, right? What are they? Are they products? Is haircut a product? Is a doctor's appointment a product? No. They are services. They're very different. They're quite different from a smartphone, right? A product, services. So, what exactly is the difference? Can we pin down on what exactly is the difference between the so-called products and the so-called services? What is it? It is in the tangibility aspect. You can touch a smartphone. Can you touch a haircut? Can you touch a doctor's appointment? You can maybe get the bill. You can maybe touch the scissors. You can touch your hair after it is cut and before it is cut. Can you do anything else? But that is not the real thing, right? So that is why we say the biggest difference, or the difference actually, the core difference between what we call in general terms a product and in general terms a service lies in its tangibility. Products are physical things which you can touch, you can see, and you can evaluate before making a purchase. Whereas services, they are intangible because they are the activities or they are the performances which provide some form of benefit for us. You can't hold them in your hand, nor can you examine them before buying. Can you examine your haircut before getting it cut? No, right? So you're paying for the experience and the result, but you cannot physically hold it in your hand before deciding if it is worth the money or not. Another key distinction is how they are produced as well as how they are consumed. Products are first made in the factories, then they are stocked on the shelves in our retail stores, and then they are sold when someone decides to buy them. But services are produced and consumed at the same time. Think about getting a massage. Okay? The service is delivered to you in real time. It is not like somebody does the massage and keeps it and then they parcels to your home. And then when you open the parcel, you are magically getting massaged. No, that's not how you get, that's not how it works, right? So that is why it cannot be separated from the person who is providing it, because services are intangible and they often involve direct interaction with customers. So because of this particular nature of services, they come with unique challenges for us marketeers. For instance, it is harder to communicate the value of a service when you compare it with a product. How do you show someone the quality of a massage or the expertise of a consultant before they have experienced it? Right? Then there is this issue of consistency. Services often rely on people to deliver them, and quality can definitely vary from one provider to another. That is why we all have that special we all have that one salon where we go, and that one guy or that one lady in that salon who we want our haircut and nobody else, because we trust them. They know our hair, they know what we like, they will do the best. If they are not there, most of the times, like it has happened, if they are not there to cut the hair, we come back saying that we'll come when they come. Right? It has happened to most of us. So the reason is because of this key issue, that is consistency. And the reason for this difference in the consistency is because of this inseparable relationship of the service from its provider and the consumer. Usually the service provider and the consumer are at least one person, either the consumer or the provider. They would be human, and you all know what happens. Humans are gullible. Our thoughts change, our moods change, and depending upon that, the song which we have heard for so long changes in its entire meaning. Right? When we are sad, when we hear a song, it hits different. When we are happy, when we hear the same song, it hits different. What is changing? The song changed? No. Our attitudes changed, right? Our moods changed. So this very fact of this consistency issue, this makes it tough to ensure that there is a consistent experience for every customer. But despite these challenges, services have become a very much significant part of our economy. There are a lot of issues with services, but still we cannot live without services. Why? Well, the answer lies in how our lifestyles have changed. We are more busy, We are more affluent. We are more concerned about our convenience and experiences. So, we are willing to pay for services which will save us our time, which can enhance our lives, or provide specialized expertise. Like, for example, why are you here listening to me ranting about marketing? Right? The reason is that time frame. I know you look at MMPC book and you look at the time frame with which I'm giving you a rapid roundup. This feels more easy. This feels more attractive because we can cover the entire syllabus. Oh, in 1.5 hours. Isn't that a good deal? Oh my God, look at that book, 600 pages long. I don't have that kind of time, right? We are busy. We want to get the most. So we are fine with the service. So that is why, even though there is inconsistency, even though we do not know how good that service is going to be until we consume it, we are still willing to bet our time and money and effort on services. From house cleaning and meal delivery to financial planning and personal training, services cater to our diverse needs as well as desires. And as our lives are becoming more complex, the demand for services are also continuing to grow. So, when it comes to marketing services, it is crucial that we understand their unique characteristics of the services that we are going to market. And we have to tailor our approaches accordingly. So, by focusing on the benefits and ensuring consistency and leveraging factors like customer experience and reputation, service providers can stand out in a crowded marketplace and meet the evolving needs of our customers. A very, very, very dear term to marketers, digital marketing, because it is what is in the new, right? It is the hot thing in the market. Digital marketing, everybody is behind a digital marketer. If you do a course, a 6 months course even on digital marketing, chances of getting a job is more higher these days. Have you noticed? I myself know a lot of people who have done digital marketing and have landed in good paying jobs. Digital marketing is the buzz word right now, especially in this marketing, in this business arena. Why? What is digital marketing? Do you guys have an idea? Have you heard of this term before? Can you do a guesswork on what digital marketing might be? If you thought that it would be something which has something to do with social media or the internet, you are right. Digital marketing is all about using the internet, the digital technologies, and the platforms like social media to promote as well as sell products and services. So it is like having a big toolbox that is filled with different strategies and tactics to connect with your audience online, digitally. So let us break it down a little bit. Imagine you are a small business owner who is selling handmade jewelry, or something else. You can picture. Since I am a girl and I like jewelry, the thought went there. But according to you, can think, okay, you are just imagine that you are a small business owner and you're selling something. Maybe it is a piece of artwork or whatever it is. You're selling something. So with digital marketing, you can set up an online store and you can showcase your creations on social media platforms like Instagram or Facebook or X, right? Or even you can even run ads on each of these platforms to reach people who might be interested in your pieces. But digital marketing is not just about this online stuff. It also includes things like TV ads, mobile marketing. Think of those text messages or those annoying cold calls that you get, right? Or even hello tunes on your phone. So basically, if it involves using digital tools to get the word out about your business, then it is part of digital marketing. One of the coolest things about digital marketing is how targeted and how personalized you can get with it. With tools like Facebook ads, you can show your ads only to people who are likely to be interested in what you are selling. It is like having a superpower which lets you reach the right people without wasting time and money on folks who might not be interested in. And here is the best part: digital marketing is constantly changing and evolving. New technologies come up, new platforms open, new strategies are popping up all the time. Like, for example, ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT can now answer all of our questions. So it is getting smarter thanks to the advances in artificial intelligence. So, what is next for digital marketing is the question for us. Definitely, we can expect to see even more cool stuff in the future. There are even more new artificial intelligence popping up, and I can see ads right now asking that if you are fluent in regional languages like Malayalam, you can train artificial intelligence because you ask AI or you ask Google's translate is still better. But if you have you ever tried, you use chat gpt? I've tried myself. You use chat gpt, you give it a prompt and you ask it to translate into Malayalam. Oh my god, my Malayalam is my mother tongue. Okay, Ayyo, the kind of answers. Ayyo, too pathetic. So right now people are asking people who are fluent in Malayalam to actually come and train AI. It is becoming a job opportunity now, which will soon replace all our jobs. Kind of. Not replacing all our jobs, it will replace many of the current jobs that we have, but definitely it will open up avenues for newer jobs. Like for example, now we have a job of training AI, right? A new job in the market. So there definitely we can expect a lot of cool stuff in the future. Things like video marketing is there, where businesses use videos to connect with their audience. We have voice search optimization, where companies make sure that their content shows up when people ask their smart speakers for help. You think you say out loud that I want a watch, the next thing you see there is a watch ad in your Facebook, or in whichever Google Chrome website you see, you'll see a watch ad. Oh my god, I don't know. The moment I'm going to wind up this video and start its editing, I'm sure I'm going to see watches now, right? So that's what's happening. And Meta was there. It definitely would be in plans right now, even though it is shelved. It is going to come up definitely in a better version. It will come up. So that will be a new avenue for us. So we have to be prepared to reap the benefits of these kind of things, to see the opportunity in these and make it our strength. But anyways, no matter how much things change, one thing is what remains the same, that digital marketing is all about connecting with people and giving them what they want, when they want it, and how they want it. And as long as businesses keep doing that, digital marketing will definitely continue to be an essential tool for reaching customers and growing our businesses. Discussing the emerging issues in marketing is definitely crucial for businesses to stay ahead of the curve in the ever evolving landscape of business industries. By understanding the latest trends and strategies, companies can adapt their marketing efforts to meet the changing needs and preferences of consumers. Let us take a closer look at some of these emerging issues. First is service marketing dynamics, because service marketing is still fresh in your minds. I know we just discussed it 10-15 minutes ago, right? So first let us look at service marketing dynamics itself. So the marketing of services, it has definitely evolved significantly over the years, from a focus on the transactional marketing to a more holistic approach that is centered around a long-term relationship with our customers. With technological advancements and changes in our consumer behavior, companies are increasingly adopting the digital channels to market their services and engage with customers. Additionally, sustainability and green concerns have also become key consideration for marketers in designing their service offerings. Then again, digital marketing, which is what we discussed just now. So, digital marketing has transformed the way that our businesses promote and sell our products and services. It definitely encompasses a wide range of strategies, including email marketing, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and even content marketing. The benefits of digital marketing include the universal reach, cost effectiveness, and easier measurement and tracking of results. And as technologies continue to evolve, marketers definitely have to stay updated on the latest digital marketing trends and tools to remain competitive. Then, the third important issue that we have to know about or we have to be aware about is rural marketing. What is rural marketing? It is marketing which caters to the rural markets of India. So, the right now, even now, in the heartthrob of India, or majority of India still lives in rural areas. We still only have pockets of metros, right? So, the rural market in India actually holds immense potential for us businesses. With a significant portion of the population still residing in rural areas, companies are increasingly focusing on marketing their products and services to rural customers and leveraging digital channels and customized marketing strategies to tap into this lucrative market segment. Have you heard that recently Infosys has announced an 8 lakh bonus or some 8 lakh rupees worth of incentives to people who are willing to locate to their Hubli office. I think it's Hubli or Hubali. Hubali, not Hubli. Sorry, Hubli is in Kolkata. Hubali is in Bangalore. Sorry, Karnataka, I guess. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I am not. I've heard of this particular place for the first time when I saw this news only. It was there in the news recently, because they want to expand their operations to tier 2 cities, right? Currently all the major companies operate in the tier 1 cities, and tier 2 people or tier 3 people have to relocate to tier 1. And as we all know, nobody is that willing, like a major population proportion of workforce is not that willing to relocate themselves anymore post the COVID era, right? So that is a really big issue that companies are juggling with. So they want to increase they want to incentivize people to move over there. So this is something which I have just seen in the news, in the news only, the online information only I have. I do not know whether this is right or wrong, or the credibility of this information I haven't checked, but the reason why I quoted this is a technique of rural marketing. Okay, so when a company like that expands to tier 2, naturally that area will develop. So there will be more opportunities over there. That is a part of rural marketing. That is what I wanted to bring up. Then the fourth important issue that we have to be aware of is green marketing. So with growing concerns about environmental sustainability, green marketing has gained traction among businesses and consumers alike. Right? We are all looking at, oh my God, if we are going to consume like this, our world is going to end. So what do? We'll buy from a company who is green, who has lesser carbon footprint. Are we stopping mass production? Are we stopping mass consumption? No, but it makes us feel less guilty. That is all. So that is green marketing. Why you're feeling less guilty? Why you're feeling less guilty drinking almond milk compared to cow milk? Cruelty free, no. Environmentally friendly. I'm not hurting animals. That is the whole concept of vegan, right? Green marketing it is. It is a tactic for green marketing to sell newer products to us. But the fact is, the marketing techniques that these companies use are so sophisticated that most of our population, including myself, fall prey to that. We can't help but fall prey to that, right? I've tried millions of fad diets thinking that it is going to be environmentally friendly, but now that I look back to it, I see that whatever these kind of things are, that overproduction and overconsumption is still there. That is not being affected, and that is the root issue. And things are being done, the marketeers, like including us, when we get to it, right? We just show a different, totally different. We are the success of a marketer actually lies in that we are able to turn the tides and show people and make people think what we want them to think. That is the success of a marketer, right? So that this green marketing is one such effort, I would say. So green marketing actually involves promoting products or services based on their environmental benefits, cruelty free, vegan, all these things, right? And the companies are definitely increasingly incorporating such eco-friendly practices into their marketing strategies to appeal to those environmentally conscious consumers. Then I want you to turn your attention to relationship marketing. Relationship marketing emphasizes building long-term relationships with customers through personalized interactions and engagement. This approach involves understanding the specific needs of customers, providing excellent customer service, and creating a sense of loyalty and trust. So, in today's competitive market, maintaining a strong customer relationship is essential for business success. Then there is another thing that we need to be aware of, that is online behavioral advertising, OBA. So, OBA, or this online behavioral advertising, is a marketing technique which involves collecting data on a user's online behavior to deliver highly personalized advertising. This is what Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and all do. The more we look about something, the more ads we get about the related thing. So, while this online behavioral advertising offers opportunities for targeted advertising and improved user experience, it also raises concerns about our privacy and data protection, requiring marketers to strike a balance between personalization and consumer privacy. Then one last emerging issue in marketing that I want to bring your attention to, with that we can wind up, that is sensory marketing. Sensory marketing aims to stimulate the consumer's senses to create an emotional connection with a product or a service. By appealing to sight, sound, touch, taste, or smell, marketers can enhance the overall customer experience and create lasting impressions. So, with this sensory marketing, businesses can differentiate their brands and stand out in a crowded marketplace. So, by staying informed about all these emerging issues in marketing, as managers of tomorrow or as businesses, our companies can adapt their strategies to meet these changing needs and preferences of consumers, gain a competitive edge, and drive growth and success in the long term. So, your long book has been reduced into this. This is the best I could do. So, with that, we have covered all the major aspects of marketing management as was stipulated in MMPC 6 of IGNO's MBA as per the new syllabus. Thank you so much for tuning into Anu's Classroom. I hope that you have subscribed to the channel and you have enabled notifications. Let's catch up in the next session. All the very best for your term and examination. Happy learning.